Yeah,
Hello, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mir, and I'm the founder and CEO of Scale Fortune. Today, we have a very interesting guest with us, and who is the founder and CEO of the Amazon agency Hawk Notch. So, without any further ado, let's start this session. And in today's session, we are going to talk about how to effectively launch your first product or any product on Amazon in 2024. So, Uzair, welcome to my YouTube channel. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for inviting me in the today's video. And yeah, it's great here.
Yeah, so Uzair, for the audience who do not know you, can you introduce yourself to the audience, please?
Yeah, basically this is Uzair Mirza. I am the co-founder and CEO of Hawknotch. We basically help Amazon sellers and KDP authors to help scaling their brands with our Amazon advertising skill sets. So that's our main core skill set, and that's what we do.
Okay, that's pretty straightforward. And so, before before I dive into the basics, I want to cover a few things that we do not see much often. Like as you know that people are more towards like finding the product and go for the sourcing and do this, do that. But how would you launch a product effectively in 2024 if you have to do, or if you have to do it for any Amazon FBA seller out there who is willing to, sign a, let's say, sign a contract with you?
Yeah. So the basics are same, whether it's 2024 or maybe 2030. We have to find a profitable product. I won't be going in my details that how what are the criteria because everybody knows that. And we do the sourcing, do the inspection part, and then make our attractive listing with the proper copywriting and good visuals, and then we launch a product on Amazon. But there are few points that we might need to change in our launching strategy, and that I think most of the new sellers ignore that. I know quite established brands who worked on product development part. They already have a in-house team for that purpose. Because whenever they are going to launch any product or in any particular category, they work on that purpose very efficiently. But for the new sellers, or somehow mid-size sellers or brands, they don't really focus on the product development part, and that's the main thing where they mostly lack. So we mainly focus on that part in because that's the highest weightage point in our view in the pre-launch thing. So I think that's what need to be more focused on by the brands in 2024 or new sellers.
So let's say people, or let's say you just talk about product development, right? So, like, what aspects do you cover in product development, like if you are a new seller? So could you go into a little bit more detail about that?
Yeah, basically in product development part, we mainly categorize into two main categories here. One is the I usually say technical part, and other is a non-technical, but both are the technical stuff. Uh, with the technical part, I mean we after we find out the product. In fact, the product development part is we usually consider in our product research criteria at the last part, that what are the additional value we are going to offer. Are we just going with a lower price point? As everybody, anyone who is going to launch their product, they will reduce their prices for the first 1 or 2 months, for the first 1 or 2 months. Or and as you are competing with a very bigger brands with thousands of reviews, because there are multiple categories we face sellers. They are sellers with the tens of thousands of reviews, and we find the profitable product over there. So what's
Hmm.
the main point? Why our audience buy our product from us? So we just have to find out the differentiator, and that's what we do at product development. Like we will do the complete. complete A to Z research of our product, like what are the materials, what additional value any brand are offering, what are the color scheme. I will cover that in the second phase about the color scheme. Uh, Mainly all the points that is over there that is available on Amazon for the first 2 to 5 pages. We will note down those points and just come up with something if we have options in our category that we can launch our product with something unique. Let's say I'm selling a iPhone on Amazon. Let's say I'm just giving an example. I'll give a free cover in the same price range for the iPhone. So that's an additional value that I am bringing on the table while selling the within the same price range. So these are the things we usually focused on in our product development part. But there are some cases that we might come up with something very unique and useful for the audience, but when we go for the sourcing we just don't find out the good pricing for that product, because if you are a big seller you can afford that, but if you're a new seller it will be difficult for you because you are just not going to order the 10,000 units at your first order. You might be going with a very less quantity. So for that purpose, we just again analyze before if we can stay and compete with them with a lower price point or with the less margins. We just look at the our 5 years goal or 3 years goal. But if we are just it's just not suitable, it's just not profitable for us, then we will just go without adding anything into our product, and then we move toward the second part. And that second part is we try to find out a unique color combination uh, where we don't have any additional value to offer. In this example we did multiple things in the past. One of our community member, one of my friend who launched a product on Amazon, he was in a very competitive category, and what they did is uh, that category has multiple color variations. So again, that's another technical point. I'm just considering everybody knows that we have different variations of our product. Some product has a design variations, some product has a color variation, some product has the material variation. So and there are some categories who has each and everything in that, and we have to launch our product strategically in those categories. uh, Again, we if we don't have any other additional value to offer, we will go for the color combination, and that's the part that is done by over designer and definitely a supplier who can design that products. I was talking about my friend who launched a product with a unique color combination on his product. Everybody on a particular category. Here we also have two subcategories. Like if we are in a category, everybody is selling dull colors, maybe you can say black, gray, or these kind of colors. We will just launch our product with the brighter colors so that it can attract. If we are just going with a Amazon search page with a bird eye view, we can find out, okay, yeah, that's a unique product and we should must be looking at it, because our main purpose on Amazon is first that somebody just find our product as a differentiator and just click on our product, and then the next sale funnel start. So that's the one part. We focus on the colors if we have all the same colors in the category. And let's say if the niche is offering multiple colors, one product is selling in the white, one in the blue, one is a pink, and these kind of things are happening in the category, and we select our material part, like which material we are going to target and these kind of things. Then we are for the color thing or the visual thing, we will be going in the multicolor section. We will design our product in a multicolor shades so that it can again it can be a differentiated in our category. Same thing is done by my friend, and they found an amazing results. They ordered, I think, for the first 3 months of inventory, and they were sold out in the first month just because of the color differentiator. And their conversion rate was also great. Again, that's something comes with a later in the funnel of a sales process. How a buyer who comes on Amazon with the intention to buy some product. Uh, so yeah, color combination also plays a great role. Again, in fact, we just recently also launched a product uh, with our team for a brand, and we also apply the same strategy. We applied two things. Number one, we provide additional value. that was something a complementary thing, and it just cost us few cents to add that thing in our product packaging.
Mm-hmm.
And second thing we do, we create a great visuals. That product, that those colors, those multicolors were not available in the whole category. So we were the top one in terms of colors. So from the first month we were profitable in that product launch. So these visuals, if we don't have any other thing to offer, are a very crucial part in the product development phase. Again, I just covered basic few things. There are multiple other things we can go deep into, but yeah.
Yeah, I think these are quite interesting points, and if we have to go into detail, I think this needs to be an maybe 2 3 hour long
Yeah.
podcast. But these are like interesting points, especially the color scheme that you are talking about. Uzair, I remember once you posted about saving FBA fees for, I think, one of your clients, and and I think that was something that you find out while I think after the launch. So would you like to discuss that as well? Because a lot is going on with the FBA fees, and the Amazon sellers are quite confused nowadays, as you are familiar with that. So yeah, we would like to know about that, if if it's okay.
Uh, yeah, that's totally fine. Basically, it happens with Amazon if you just don't check over transactional reports bi-monthly. We work at our company, we try to look at those reports bi-monthly, because Amazon in few cases maybe out of you can say by mistake, or maybe they consciously did this, but we have noticed quite a times that we have been charged falsely by Amazon. And that was when it was happened for the first time, I was really in shock, because in the uh, sheets I am talking about in those days when we just don't use any tools for all the calculation of these things. We were doing all the things manually, and we find out after a third month of launch that in our sheets we are profitable, but when we are just comparing our payouts and these kind of things, then we are not profitable. So what's the main reason? And then we start dive into the, we just did the reverse engineer and find out that we were falsely being charged uh, in the Amazon fees from Amazon. So this happens quite a time. And recently we faced this issue multiple times from Amazon. In fact, from this podcast, I would like to share all this thing, that we must be looking, even if you're a agency owner or you're Amazon seller or brand owner, you must look at your transaction reports bi-monthly or at least a month, so that you know what's the FBA fee Amazon charging. Because sometimes it's by mistake. Sometimes what Amazon does is Amazon just assign your product as some other category. Maybe that's by mistake, or what that's what Amazon thinks, that's your exact category of your product. So Amazon start charging you some higher FBA fees. So that's what we just don't want, and we don't want our profit margin to be shrink. So yeah, that was it.
I think that was a quite interesting case study. You talk about the creatives, especially when you do not have any differentiator, or this is something for the existing sellers, right? Once they have launched the product and they have, like, let's say 1,000 units in the Amazon warehouse, they can't change it like abruptly and make changes overnight. Of course, they have to sell those 1,000 units and then go for something like you said, it's a differentiator. So talking about creatives and images, or let's say listing content in journal, like how important is that when it comes to launching your product on Amazon? Like for FBA sellers, Amazon obviously provides a lot of stuff if you are brand registered, like ABC and the content. And what do you think about that? Because most of the sellers, I think, when they first launch their product for the first time, they quite ignore the images part, especially, and they don't want to invest money into it, I think, especially the smaller sellers. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, when we are selling something online or in an e-commerce marketplace, our images is what our product. I must say, our images is the uh, main reflection of what we are selling. If our images aren't good, who will gonna buy? You did a great copywriting, but your images sucks. So who just, even if I don't like to being a service provider of the company, we just look at the Amazon listings and we talk to the client. We have to change that in order to scale our band. And if they don't agree, we just say, okay, that we can't help you in with this kind of things. So definitely Amazon images, the visuals are very important. In fact, there is a formula we use at our company, that is our CTR is directly proportional to our sales. Again, with the when we talk about the visuals, CTR is a one part of it that just directly linked to our main image. But I'm just talking about the formula, or you can say SOP we use at our company. That's our CTR is directly proportional to our sales. So what that means, like if you are uh, launch your product and you are getting a good amount of sales. Let's say you are getting 10,000 of orders per month, for just for an example, and our CTR is 1%, let's say, or 0.5%. So that means out of um 200 impressions, we are getting one click. That's the main thing over here. So if we just improve our CTR by from 0.5 to 1%, that is we doubled our CTR, and now we are getting two clicks after 200 impressions. So if just from a just simple calculation, if we double our CTR, our sales will double. That's what we use when we are when our main focus for a particular product to have a growth, achieve a growth, certain amount of growth that we set a targets for each client. So with just changing one thing with one only main image, our revenue can be double if our CTR is doubled. So that's the power of Amazon visuals here. Most of the sellers, most of the brands who are just typical. If I talk about, as you mentioned, the new sellers. Yes, I have seen the new sellers who just don't want to invest on the images. But I think the sellers who are launching their product in 2024, they are well aware of all these things because it's quite a time now. It's very hard. It's easier to convince those sellers who are launching in 2024 rather than the sellers who launched their product in 2015 and 2016, because they just capture the images from their phone and make it live and they start getting orders. That was something
iPhone 11.
else. Yeah,
even
exactly.
even today's sellers can have like good phones, at least like they have 15 Pro and 14, so they can use
Yeah,
those phones to make some good imagery.
exactly. So I have seen the bigger brands, a brand with 2,000 SKUs, and they captured the images from their phone. They didn't even remove the background. The background was very dirty, and they just live their product in back in 2016, and they are just still getting the same amount of orders. They don't know how to scale, and they just keep adding the SKUs because they have a manufacturing firm backed. So even if just focusing on the visuals, as we discussed before, CTR directly proportional to our sales. If just one point leads to double our sales if we double our CTR, so how impactful our other visuals will be. Again, CTR is our first thing in a sales funnel. Then we our listing copy and other listing images that highlights pain points of our niche sellers, and then the conversion rate part, it also helps to improve our conversion rate. But again, if we just remove all other factors, if we just think our conversion rate was 10% before and it will be 10% now, we are just not changing anything. With just one change in our main image, only one change, we can easily double our sales. So I think that's what all the typical old sellers or maybe new sellers who just don't think these images are not important, they need to focus on this.
Yeah, 100%, I agree with you. I think I keep on
I
saying
still
to. Yeah, yeah,
I still
go on.
remember you are also working with a brand who were not agreeing on changing the images. You also tell the story here. Yeah, I know you are the host, but out of just curiosity, I just want you to share it.
Yeah, I think I have quite a few examples of that. When I started, I think back in 2020, like you said, the old sellers were quite strict on changing the images, but the new sellers, they know like the images is the real game. And I remember back in 2020, there was a seller who was like working with me. I was an individual freelancer at that time, so he was trying to sell these jewelry type of stuff, and he was making really poor images with his mobile phone, and he was trying to make sure he will make all the lifestyle images as well with the mobile phone. So like it wasn't even making sense. Even the products were good, but it weren't looking as good as they were. So uh, so I think I keep on saying this as well to anyone I talk to, especially at the Amazon sellers. Like it's the images that people buy on Amazon. It's not the product basically. So people want to buy that image when they click on your listing. So it's not the actual product. So the more it looks good, I think you should quote the famous quote of Alex Hermozoy about the offer, so people could know like what he exactly meant. It wasn't about just services business. I think it can relate to e-commerce as well.
Yeah, exactly. Alex is a greatest influencer in the today's world. Even if you just, I'm talking to Amazon sellers or brands, if you just don't believe me, just believe his words, what he said in his book, in his videos, in his podcast, that how important these are. Yes, our offer is important, and that offer is in Amazon language. That will be our product development part. That's what we are offering, and these kind of things. And in the visuals, that's your Amazon product listing. So again, that's definitely has an important. And if you just don't wanna, if you think those agency or owners or the freelancers don't know about this business, you should at least took the advice from him. Yeah.
Yeah, what was his quote?
About
If you can, about the offer, like if you don't remember, I can quote it. I just wanted to hear from you, so
I just
that's
forget.
why.
I just forget that
Like
what quote you're talking about.
yeah, the quote was basically about your offer. So our listing is kind of our offer to the Amazon buyers, right? So
Yeah,
he said like make your offer so good that the other person who is buying feels stupid about it. Yeah, so that what
it's
I
stupid
was
saying no. Yeah.
yeah, it was something like that, but conveys the message. So okay, so here we are. So basically we have done the product development, we have made good listing, good content, good images, and now it's time to launch your product on Amazon. So what would be so this question has basically two parts. What would be our launch strategy? And the second question, which is connecting to the launch strategy, is how would you go with the PPC for like new launches, basically?
Okay. So that's something. I just forgot the one first part. First question. What was that? The first part
Basically,
was
launch strategy.
okay. Yeah. So launch strategy in 2024 is uh, not, I would say, the same as it was before, or not, I would say it is quite different as it was before. Because again, we know the history. We are from those eras where we used to do the giveaways, and then some other tactics, black hat tactics, some people used to launch or rank their products. And then the era of PPC came, and we start focusing on PPC mainly. And then after that, in 2023, we or and the end of 2022, we start focusing on the external traffic, as well as Amazon was also rewarding, giving us a bonus if we grab the traffic from social media. And now it's almost all the same. The impact of external traffic is there, but again, it's not that impactful. So now we have to revise our strategy accordingly. And again, uh, its our launch strategy is always connected to the main foundation of any product launches, and that is the keyword research. And keyword research is connected with one of the most in fundamental parts of keyword research, and that is what your product are and what the other sellers are selling. Again, if you done the product development part, you done the complete research of your category, your niche. You know what other designs are selling. You know what are the materials in your category. You know what the colors are in your category. What other sellers are selling. What the problem they are facing. All the big brands in your category. You have done the PhD on your product, and that is the main purpose of a product development part. Now you move toward the keyword research, and I usually say half of your product launches are done the keyword research part. Yes, again, it's maybe some people say me I'm the old school guy, but this is what it is because in e-commerce we just have to or like even the decision we just have to make a decision according to the data. So keyword search is something that provides us the data that is backed by our PhD in our category. What we usually do, we find out again launching a product in a competitive category with the uh, product development done in a right way. Now we will be categorizing our keywords into a multiple sections. The one section will be how many root keywords our product has. Uh, Root keywords, if somebody don't know, that is what the broader name of our product. Just like if somebody says I have an Amazon agency, that's a broader way. What's the specialization you have? Are you specialized in visual, or you specialize in the advertising part, or you do the pre-sourcing part or the sourcing part? We just have to define that. So again, those are the root keywords are the broader term of a category. Like if I search for a t-shirt, there are multiple sizes available, there are multiple colors available, and there all the different again variations. So that is a root keyword. We have to find out all the root keywords. Then we will be going with all the uh, long tail extension of root keywords that we usually say mid-tail keywords, but those mid-tail keywords that must have our relevant keywords over, or you can say root keywords in those products. Because again, we know in any category, root keywords are the one who have the most search volume. Maybe the t-shirts only keyword has 10,000 or 100,000 of search volume. But if I search for blue t-shirt small size, that might have 5,000 search volume or even 500. And again, that's just a tentative figure. I have not done the keyword search or regarding these keywords. So we have to categorize all those keywords, the root keywords, the long tail extension of root keywords, the other design related keyword. What is mean by design related? Let's say uh, Henley shirts or polo shirts. These are other specific design related keywords we can say, or other we can say material related keyword. We also have to separate them as well. What's the material related keyword? Polyester t-shirts of polyester. I'm just giving the wrong example here.
Yeah,
T-shirts
you
with
can
polyester
say.
material.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or any other material available in soft cotton. All the materials are available. So we also have to differentiate all those keywords and now find out those keywords. Again, this is a main pre-research thing that we do in the product development part. Like what is the main collective, which again this also includes the product segmentation where we just find out what is selling mostly in our category and it's growing with from the past years. We select our product specific design, specific color, specific material based upon that, and now we have all that data. We know what is not relevant to our product, we know what is relevant to our product. Now I just remove the not relevant part here. I'm just focusing on the relevant part. Let's say t-shirts in blue color with polyester material or with cotton material. I'm just going with the polyester one. So I know that is this keyword, this long tail or short tail, mid tail keyword is my main exact representation of my product. Now I have to focus on those keywords. It's just not like They were the days when we just pick the root keyword t-shirt and just start on the exact campaign, or some new sellers uh, create one campaign, add all the three match types to the same campaign, and launch that campaign. This is not how it works. Maybe it can work in the past 2022 2021, but in 2024 you can't do that. You have to create separate campaign for all. Yeah,
I think if you are a lot bigger brand, like selling in millions, then you can target that single very broad niche keyword. Just
yeah.
wanted to add this point. Otherwise, if you are a new seller, I 100% agree with your point.
Exactly. There are multiple things that is not applicable to the billion-dollar brands. There are multiple things, sort of thing that is only applicable to the uh, new sellers or medium-sized seller. Just like as we said, we have to. My mantra is one keyword, one main keyword, one ad group in one campaign.
Hmm.
But if we have maybe thousands of SKUs, how we can do that? How we can manage those campaigns? So our strategy will be revised for that thing. So again, back to our product launch part. Find out the main keyword, find out the long tail extension of our root keywords, all those keywords relevant to us. Now we will be focusing on those mid tail keyword that has our root keyword in those ones. Let's say uh, garlic press. That's our root keyword, and its long tail extension will be garlic press with wooden garlic press, I can say, or
Hmm.
wooden garlic press with uh, 45
With
degree
anything.
angle. Yes, with anything 45-degree angle. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a uh, our middle keyword one. Back in the days, we just find out the again. I'm talking about the strategy in 2023. We used to do that. We find out the long tail extensions of our root keywords, and then we were launching the product. But in 2024, we might end up getting the tens or 12 or 15 long tail extension of our root keyword in competitive categories. So which particular extension should I be targeting first? Which particular keyword should I be focusing on with the PPC, with the ranking part first? Uh, Back in days, we just pick one or two keywords, start focusing on them. Amazon algorithm, again, in an algorithm, start boosting the ranks on those other keywords as well. But now we go with the gap keywords. Now, what is the definition of gap keyword? We just search for our highly relevant keyword on Amazon that is related to our product. Again, wooden garlic press for 45-degree angle, let's say. That our highly relevant keyword to our product, and we searched on Amazon. We found out all the 10 or 20 uh, sellers who are our main targets with the tens of thousands of reviews. We just try to find out the gap keywords where those sellers are not present in the top 5 or top 10 or maybe top 15 spots, because that's where, because I just want to make a place for myself. If out of first 15 or 20 spot, again, that's another part, how much revenue depth our niche has. We look at it in our product research, but we will do some other time a podcast on specifically how to do effective product research. But in a competitive categories, we have a great depth across the first page. Even with the last seller are getting good chunk of sales. But let's say we assume top 15 or 20 ones are the ones who are getting handsome amount of sales in your category. So you just have to think how many spots slots are available for my new listing to be placed over there in the first page, and then we start getting the sales. So now this is the one. Those are the gap keywords. Out of maybe 20 to 12 to 15 keywords, we might end up with 2 to 3 keywords that we can say are the gap keywords, or in the PPC term we can say are our golden keywords, because we will be getting a lower CPC on those keywords, because that is highly relevant to our product one, and it will definitely, if our product images are good, it will produce a good CTR. If our listing which copy and our EBC and other lifestyle images are good, it will enhance our conversion rate. And according to Amazon algorithm, who uh, and with the honeymoon period in place, we will it will be much easier for us to rank on those against those keywords. So that's a general strategy I shared that that is applicable in 2024.
Yeah, I think most of the sellers who are basically new to the platform can utilize this strategy, and I think you have covered a lot of points, especially with this launch strategy part, and I think it was pretty useful. Would you like to touch base on like the campaigns that you would like to add when launching, or you're good with your strategy?
Yeah, that the campaign parts are also important. Our launching strategy is not complete without that. Uh,
Yeah, of course.
it's the second step of a launch, because first we decided these are the keywords I'm going to target, and then I usually prefer my first one or two golden keyword that I have in a category. I usually target them in the exact match. Start with the exact match, and we just don't run auto campaigns. Again, that's we can make a
That's
separate video for that.
yeah, that's debatable.
Yeah, that's debatable. There are different school of thoughts in the industry, but I
Yeah,
am with the one that we just be going with the exact keyword first, and then
yeah.
after maybe 3 to 4 exact keywords, high bids, and with a bidding strategy, fixed bids. Again, that's debatable. Different school of thought. Who some people prefer with the down only, some prefer with the up and down. Uh, but I usually prefer with the fixed bids going with the golden keyword. Again, that golden keyword must be over there. If we are targeting the root keyword, going with a fixed bid, that's not recommended. Go with the down only. Fixed bids, golden keywords, go aggressive so that we can get most amount of clicks, and then we just try to generate most amount of sales. Enroll in the wine program if you are very confident about your product, uh, so that you can receive good amount of reviews. Again, that's another technical part I'm discussing. We just have to do some pre-research, because there are some categories where getting 4-star reviews are very normal. So we
Hmm.
just have to define these things first. If we are in a category where 4-star reviews are normal, then even if we enroll in the wine program, we might end up getting over first 4 to 5 4-star reviews. These are highly likely chances of this thing as well. So again, we have to plan that accordingly. This is again linked with the our niche research that we have done in the product development part. So exact campaigns running for 4 to 5 days, and then I will also start from initially if I have my video ad available. Or videos are good. I will start running the video ads as well, because that are the main most converting for me. I'm talking about the product sponsor product when the exact keywords on long tail keywords. Sponsor product I will be running, and the sponsor brand ad videos. That's the main two products for the new sellers I recommend to go with. And then after 4 to 5 days, start running the phrase or broad keyword for those particular long tail extensions, and they'll track your keyword ranking, where you are on those particular keywords. Because with the first month in your launching phase, your main target is to achieve the ranks, not the profits, not the greater amount of revenue. Again, revenue is linked with the higher ranking. Your first goal is to achieve higher rank.
Hmm.
Look at where you are with those long tail extensions, and then also track your root keywords, that how much impact your root keywords are getting in the search results. Are they moving upward, or they are just over there, staying over there? So these kind of things we do, and after like 4 to 5 days we will be running the phrase and broad campaigns, and then I usually prefer to run auto campaign after 7 to 10 days of a product launch, and then after 14 days I will start optimizing with all the SOPs that we use. We will be doing maybe from the first or second or third day, just a little bit of tweaks, but main optimization we will start after the 14 to 15 days of our product launch.
Hmm. I think that's the go-to strategy that you I think you prefer to use with the PPC. I think about PPC, like strategies and then launching your products. It basically differentiates when you launch a new product versus when you launch a product that is already established on Amazon. So I think
Yeah,
different strategies can work, and people can um, like agree to disagree or disagree
yeah,
with the strategies. That's totally fine, because you know not everything works for everyone, so that's totally
I,
fine. But I think these strategies are uh, I agree that they still work on the Amazon space and the PPC side of things. And yeah, for new sellers, of course, they can follow. Was
there's
there
one more thing.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
more thing I just forget to add.
Sure,
Uh,
sure.
the golden keywords that you have, that you are targeting in your campaigns, make sure that particular keyword, long tail extension keyword, is in your title, not in the bullet
Mm,
points, not in the backend keywords, because Amazon ranks, gives Amazon AI algorithm gives a particular weightage to a particular placement of a keyword. If your keyword is in the title, maybe you have to generate a 50 sales. If I'm launching my product, I put that keyword, long tail keyword, in my title. Maybe I just have to generate 50 sales in order to get the top 10 ranks, in order to be in the top 10 placement. If Walid also launched that same product and he has that same keyword in his bullet points, maybe he has to say, generate 80 sales from that particular keyword to be in the top 10 spots. So Amazon gives a weightage to the different keyword placement differently. So if I just talk about the priorities, number one weightage is given to the title. And if the title, I talk about the first 80 characters to 150 characters, then your bullet points, then the backend search term, and then all the keyword in your description, and you can say all text and these kind of things. So that was also something that I think was missed, and I would like to add. Yeah.
yeah, pretty cool. I think we have covered pretty much everything for this session, and I'm pretty sure that those sellers who are new to the platform, or even in the platform, if they use these strategies, I think they can get something out of it. So, Uzair, if you want to sum up the session or say anything that you want to, you are free to go.
One thing that you already mentioned, these are the strategies backed by my experience. Maybe you experience something else. So there's no right or wrong strategy in this world. If Walid is
Mm,
saying bidding strategy up and down only works for him best, that means he says that statement. Uh, if that statement is backed by an experience. If I'm saying I prefer fixed speeds, that means it is backed by my experience. So this is what I usually like to end up whenever we're talking. We are debating on some points. So yeah, that's pretty much of it from my side.
yeah, thank you so much, Uzair. It was really nice talking to you. I hope we can have more sessions in future around different topics. And yeah, this was an amazing one. So let's jump onto our working screen and end this session. So guys, if you have any questions, you can comment down below, like this video, subscribe to our channel. We'll be bringing more guests so that you can get more information and can get um, actually more information to launch your products on Amazon and be successful on Amazon. Basically, that's the purpose of my channel. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, feel free. And I think me or Uzair will be answering those. And if you want to uh, get any services or get in contact with Uzair, I will paste his link in the description, his agency's website and his contact details basically, so you can simply click that link and get in touch with Uzair. So yeah, that was pretty cool, and we hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye. Bye bye, Uzair.
Bye bye. Thank you so much.